So, part three of good, a broad and deep look at why it's distorted, why we reject it, what we don't understand about Jesus that hinders our understanding of good, and the lengths that we go to fight against it ignorantly, not realizing that we were created for his good. The common experience that most people have articulated to me, and I have experienced myself, is I am not worthy of good. Because I am not, because I don't do, because I don't try. All equals down to I am not worthy. If someone was good, they would do this. If someone was good, they wouldn't do that. If someone wanted good, they wouldn't do these things. They're all lies. If is the problem. You could change the questions or change the statements around and say, if that person understood good, if you understood good, if you knew the good you were created for, if you knew the good that Jesus is, if you knew the good that he promised, if you allowed yourself to have a different perspective or to be influenced by truth, good would make more sense. One of the biggest thieves of grief one of the biggest thieves of good is grief. Grief is not clearly defined by one experience, one definition, one set of circumstances. Trauma implants a grief that becomes an existence that distorts good as Jesus demonstrates it and offers it. And oftentimes we respond with anger or frustration when he removes something from our life so that he can replace what that was with him. And people will say, well, if you were good enough, he wouldn't have done that. If you were good, he wouldn't have had to do that. Rather than understanding that he will do those things to bring you to an understanding of good that you could not comprehend or perceive prior to that encounter with him. Jesus says, come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. Coming to him, our flesh, temptation says that he is not good. All he will do is take away. All he will do is steal. All he wants to do is prevent you from having the things that you want, not realizing the things that you need are actually good for you when they are given to you from his hand. There are deeper things, there are harder things to discuss, to offer answers as to why things are allowed to happen. Loss of family, husbands, wives, children, friendships, mass destruction and violence demonstrated against people because they are different. Judgments cast over those that deem themselves higher because of what they have ascended to, intellectually or socially, whatever position they deem to be the standard in which people should meet, all in the name of good, when that good is defined by the world. What he created was good. And the enemy's sole purpose is to distort that understanding, to distort the purpose you were created for, to distort your ability to see and understand Jesus everywhere and in everything. I've seen relationships fall apart because good was defined based on the traumatic experiences of others and the crowd and the mob that says, if Anecdotally, statements are made. Well, what would Jesus say? What would Jesus do? But when you actually encounter Jesus, you argue against him and what he says because your definitions are good, have put you in a place to where you have allowed yourself to become God ignorantly. And you say that what Jesus says is not good. You say that you don't deserve good when he says he desires to. And the disobedience that we engage in, rejecting that good in strict defiance against him, puts us in a position where he has to overwhelm our experiences with him and take away everything literally that distorts and changes our understanding of good so that it can be replaced with a right good and a right understanding in the fullness of who he is and how his love was demonstrated on the cross and how desperate he was in that for us to understand the good that is the fullness of who he is, to bring us into a right, good relationship with him that'll alter everything about our understanding in this world, is how we see people, how we see ourselves, how we define relationships, how we parent our children, how we put our hands to the tasks that he has given us to do. Good is not trivial. It's not superficial, even though everything that the world offers that defines as good is just exactly that. It's superficial. It says that good is defined by self-help. It's defined by what you can consume, what you can occupy and busy yourself with. It says that the rest Jesus offers is not good because if you're not busy doing something, then you're not doing the good that you should do under your own strength, realizing that he is the good that offers the rest from what the world has wearied you with. Who you are because of him is good, and he says so. What he has brought you through had a deeper purpose for good than what you can fathom, because in your surrender, he has taken your life and qualified you and quantified your experiences for redemption, not just for yourself, but those for others. The world says good is selfish. It's about you. It's about how you feel and what you think, and says that he doesn't care because if he cared, then how you felt would matter. The world takes out of the understanding that he sees us fully and completely where we are. He knows what broke us. And there was even good in the allowance of what we were subjected to that distorted it for his glory and our good. It's not malevolent. It was not allowed for the sake of evil. It wasn't allowed just for suffering's sake. It was allowed so that when he revealed the truth of who he is in your life, it would unequivocally change everything and bring you to a place of solitude, solidarity, in a concrete stance with him, knowing that nothing good the world offers will ever replace the good that he is. The last things that I am aware is the only thing that gives me any comfort that I could offer my family in the place that I was at was Jesus. Discussing communion, helping them understand what evil was, how important it is to rely on Jesus and not on self, was the only thing I could offer, because it was at the time the only thing good I knew. The only thing I could say that was good was who they were and what I saw of them, while in myself I saw no good and I didn't deserve it. And I was afraid I was going to lose it because history would repeat itself, not realizing that my history was written for his purposes of redemption, so that I could see him from beginning to end and always as I walked through him and loved and led my family. But at that time, I missed that because grief consumed, good as it was, to distract me from who he is. Small griefs, large griefs will rob you of good from childhood to old age. Let him change what good is, because he is good. He is the only thing that is good. And he created us to experience and live in that good.